looks pretty good. Hey everyone, first video of 2023. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy American Thanksgiving. I know we missed a lot. We were pretty busy with the Christmas rush, but hoping to be a lot more consistent with videos this year. I even painted the wall here to show you my commitment to making videos. Okay, so we're gonna sew mittens today. I've included a free pattern for a medium-sized mitten and also a small children's pattern as well. If you want to make your own pattern, you can watch my old video where I hand stitched some shearling mittens. It'll be very similar, and that walks you through the pattern making process. If you want a full run of sizes, including children's, check out our Etsy shop, and a link for that will be in the description below. Again, this helps keeps our channel going, and that's just a nicer way of saying I need to make money to buy food and stuff for my family. My children eat a lot. Okay. So I'm gonna walk you through how to make the mittens right from the very start. You can certainly hand sew these. I hand sewed these in the other video with a whip stitch on the outside of the glove. But for this one, I'm gonna use a machine, and it's gonna be a turned seam. I recommend a soft tempered leather around 3 ounces. Deer and moose are great for this. I'm using some 3-ounce moose leather I purchased from Tribal Spirit Music, which is located in Quebec. They collect all their hides from indigenous hunters who use these animals to feed their families. So the first thing you're gonna do is print off this pattern. Again, link for that is in the description below. And make sure you scale it at 100. So just check that that's 1 inch by 1 inch when you actually print this off. So now you're gonna end up with 6 pieces here. You got these, and then you got these, and they should be the opposite if you've correctly flipped your patterns. So the first thing you're gonna do is with these pieces is you're gonna flip them so that they're like this. And you want to line them up just like this. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna sew along this path right here. And you're gonna sew all the way back down until it's about where you started here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and take these to the sewing machine and sew it up. And now we've sewed that seam right there, just along that. Okay, so I'm just going to roll these cuffs a little bit and sew it down just to make them have a more finished look. So I'm just using some double-sided leather tape here. And I'm going to do that with these big pieces as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sew all these and just give it a nice clean top stitch. We've stitched up all these. All right, now that everything's been trimmed and cut, we're gonna take that big back piece there and we're gonna take this nice front piece here and we're just gonna line them up like this. And then we're gonna just sew around this. For this side of the seam, I like to separate these two pieces right here. And I like to sew across it like that. For doing this side, where the thumb is you actually sew from here all the way to the bottom of this, and then you stop. Then you do your back stitches and go back. So you just sew from here to here, and then you start another one. You start sewing again from here, and you do all the way around. Okay, so you can't just go right over it. It won't work like that. So you need to sew from here, just to the bottom of the thumb piece down here, and then you start again over here. So again, right at the thumb, we're just gonna end the stitch there. So now you've got two mittens and you're gonna turn them out. There you go. Also want to line these because they'll just be warmer. So to line a glove, you can just use fleece, or you can use wool, or you can use whatever you want, really. I'm repurposing a old 100% wool sweater I found at Value Village, and I basically just remade the exact same pattern and just made it a bit longer so that it could basically just fold over the cuff, just like that. Said that's 100% merino wool right there. I actually made the cuff part out of this bottom part because it's got this ribbing down here that looks pretty good on the cuff. So I'm going to reuse this part for the cuff. You're basically going to assemble it exactly the same way, except you're not going to flip this one out. You're just gonna directly insert this into the glove. There's no turning of this piece. So I'm just gonna, again, sew along the seam, and then I'm gonna flip that around and attach it to this big piece. Okay, so I sewed up the lining and gave it a bit of a trim, and now I'm just gonna tuck this, I'm just gonna slide this in to there, and then I'm just gonna fold this right over. Created some mittens.